Thanks so much for being part of When Bayview Speaks today, giving people time just to come on in. Hi, Norma. Hi, Mildred. Hey, Carla. Hey, Dr. Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Maria. Hi, Francesca Helsler. Hi, Sally. Hey, Lynette. Thanks so much for being part of the call today. Hopefully, we will get all of our sort of questions answered and sort of work together as a community. Hello, Mr. Dangerfield. Really appreciate you being on. Hi, Jeannie. How are you doing, Barbara? Hi, Simon and Megan. More people are coming on as things are happening. Supervisor Walton is downtown in his office. He wanted to keep the camera on so everyone gets to see the 49ers. Which I think is great. I just really want to appreciate everyone for being on the call today. A lot of great people just stepping up and stepping in. Really do appreciate that. How you doing, Mr. Supervisor?
I'm doing great. How's everybody else doing out there today?
I think everyone's doing good. So, hey, in the chat that is sort of right there, go ahead and say hello. Thank you so much, Megan. I love hosting this and sort of bringing things to our community. Hi, James. Thank you for being on board. Really do appreciate it.
I see we got Captain Dangerfield on here. I see Megan.
Yep.
There are people starting to tune in now.
Absolutely. Trying to get our Bayview police captain to do one of these with us too. Maybe we can all three get on board. Really do appreciate everyone today, and thank you so much. It's 1 o'clock, and I like to begin on time. Again, my name's Anietie Ekanem. I live here in the Bayview at the 5800 third, which is kitty corner to MLK Pool. Lived here for several years now. Been in San Francisco 20 plus years. Went to school out here, never left. And even now, I know that I will never be considered like a native, but I care about my community so very much. I put together One Bayview really to sort of bring us together. Under One Bayview, we have many neighborhoods, and I really want to sort of speak with one voice as we sort of move forward. And that's why One Bayview came about. And specifically, this whole idea of One Bayview Speaks is really being able to connect each one of my neighbors to the great things that are sort of going on in our own neighborhood, especially not only in good times, but also in bad, and help us sort of come together and sort of figure out the best ways to find real community-based solutions. And so for me, this is really important. This also came out of, I have the opportunity to go to a lot of meetings, and some of them were during the day, right, at 10, 11, 12 o'clock. And I remember being in one particular meeting where a city official was like, oh, more people should be here. And I just looked at him like, that's insane, right? We can't be here. We're working. I happen to have the opportunity, but so many people don't. And going back out into the community, just knowing that people want to get involved, they want to learn, but they want to do it in a way that actually makes sense for them. And that's why I sort of came up with this online format.
Definitely.
And so with today, we literally reached out to Supervisor Walton, just a few days ago and said, we need to do this. I want to get this out to folks. And he so graciously sort of said, look, we need to do this. We need to communicate. Just let me know how. And so I was able to sort of bring this whole thing together. So this particular talk is One Bayview Speaks. Really, the 411 on the coronavirus right here in D10. What's going on, what things we should be doing, how we should be doing it. And I really want to give people the opportunity to sort of ask their questions and hopefully sort of get them answered. I've known Shammon for a while now, and I'm really happy to have you as my supervisor. He's been doing a lot of great work. And I'm noticing there's something right behind you, sir, up on that wall.
We keep this in the office. We didn't get the trophy this year, but we'll keep fighting.
Right on. So you're actually downtown at your office. What's going on down there?
Well, most of my colleagues are either out in their districts, working in community, trying to set up coordinated responses to many things that are going on as a result of us having to shelter in place. I left the Emergency Operations Center earlier today. The big thing I want everybody to do is make sure that they are safe, that they're listening to the mandate from the mayor, the mandate from the governor's office about staying at home, only going outside for essential and emergency needs, and really taking heed. The major thing we have to do is contain. Folks, we haven't spiked yet, and we need to contain so that we get to a point where we contained and we hit our maximum spike, and then we can start providing remedies to make sure people get back to health. But it is very important to stay inside.
Perfect. Thanks so much for that. I wanted to start off just with a really quick poll to sort of see where people are sort of coming from. Can you let me know in the chat if you see the poll? Great. People are chiming in. I guess people do see it.
I don't see it, but I can tell you that we got folks from, I see Viz Valley, Potrero Hill, Bayview, all over the district on the forum right now.
Absolutely. And again, this is one Bayview, and sort of our list and what we do sort of really sort of focus in on the Bayview sort of south of Cesar Chavez, sort of like within the Bayview, but I'm really sort of appreciative of everyone on the call from all over the district who's sort of part of the conversation today, because I think it really does matter. I want to really sort of close the poll really quick. 40% of us are here in the Bayview. 25% are from Potrero Hill. Hey, Viz Valley, how you doing? Hunters Point. Oh, and there's other, and I totally this is my fault. If I would have listened to Shammon, I would have had like a list of like 40 little neighborhoods, because he like touches every door, in every street. But we wanted to sort of keep it somewhat manageable. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for sort of chiming in. And with that, Supervisor, sort of knowing that the people are all over like the district, can you sort of explain a little bit more about the mayor's stay in place order and what that means for us?
So basically, we are asking everyone to stay indoors and only spend time with your immediate families and the folks that live with you as much as possible. Obviously, we have first responders, emergency service workers, disaster service workers out going to work and really responding to your needs and community. But it is integral that people stay indoors, do not go outdoors unless there are emergencies that you have to tend to, like buying food, like buying the basic essentials that you need in your homes. Obviously, our grocery stores are open to make sure that you have the ability to do that, but we really need people inside so that this virus does not spread and we don't have the same dynamics that are existing in other countries. Another thing, and you alluded to this earlier and talked about the fact that interpreted city attorney here in San Francisco is basically complementary to the order that the mayor has already put in place here in San Francisco. So we were ahead of the game, we were ahead of the curve, and making sure that we put a mandate for folks to shelter in place. The governor actually put an order in place that really applies to people in cities and municipalities across the state that had not already provided that mandate. And it's important to know that we are all working together, members of the Board of Supervisors, the mayor's office, all of our city leadership, Department of Public Health, to do everything that we can to keep people indoors, to make sure that you're only coming outside for essentials. And we're modeling that behavior as well. It's very hard for me to wake up and not go somewhere as soon as I get up in the morning. And I am coming into City Hall. I am coming in to make sure that I'm responsive to the needs of the folks all across the district. I think that's important, but we are really working in a skeleton staff here in the district office as well. And in fact, most of our team is at home responding to your needs, responding to your emails, fielding phone calls, receiving your messages, and responding to the concerns that you have. So we are also practicing what we preach, even as we provide information to all of our constituents.
That's great. And just wanted to do another poll. Want to sort of get a pulse from folks. What's your most important concern? I know that actually for me, when I was sort of coming up with this list, everything on the list is really important, but I love to sort of hear from everyone what your sort of top concern is. And while folks are doing that, Supervisor Walton, so I woke up this morning, right? And clearly Governor Newsom said now the entire state's on lockdown. Has anything really changed for us here in San Francisco, or specifically in D10 and the Bayview, Potrero, et cetera?
Well, I would say everything has changed for us. Our children are not in schools. Our families who still have to work are not necessarily getting the child care that they need. And so everybody's life is drastically changing. Our major focus has been working to make sure that our seniors are receiving food, that we're delivering food to our seniors across the district, that we are working within our public housing communities to make sure that our families are receiving food. And we have a couple of hubs working with Meals on Wheels, as well as Bayview Hunters Point Multi-Senior Services to actually prepare and distribute meals across the district, both to our seniors and to our public housing communities. We have 4 school sites available right now for our young people to be able to receive a breakfast and lunch every single day. And those 4 sites are International High School, Bret Harte Elementary School, George Washington Carver Elementary School, and Willie Brown Middle School. We are working very hard to get a site in Visitation Valley. But as of now, we also have June Jordan, which is not in the district, but it is an area where people can also go receive meals for our students every day. Another thing that we're doing is making sure that the child care needs are met. Right now, child care has been prioritized for our emergency service workers and our first responders, but we're doing everything we can to increase the capacity, working with Rec and Park, working with the Department of Children, Youth, and Families to also get child care provided for our low-income communities. As of now, it's been by invitation. That system is not working perfectly, and so we're doing everything we can to make sure that we increase opportunities for people to receive child care. A lot of families and some areas are still going to work because they're making sure that obviously we address the needs across San Francisco for all populations, and they need child care as well. Also, just want to talk about
really quickly, just to chime in. So, taking a look at the list, clearly, people getting sick is number one. People wanted to talk a little bit about food security and food access, and you talked about the seniors. And I live right across the street from the Dr. George Davis Senior Center. Had the opportunity to talk to Kathy Davis today. She's doing everything she can in order to get those meals out. She said that you stopped by. So, really great to sort of like see you out here and even given like support. We're all concerned about what to do and how to do it. And so how could, if I'm someone who wants to sort of help out in some way, is it possible for me to do that yet?